But I think also if you don't dream frequently, I think it affects you physically.
Oh.
I think it's like it swells like a water balloon, and then if you don't allow the dreams to happen.
And also infiltrate your life.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. But we've talked about this before in terms of the importance of daydreaming.
Completely. But it's not considered utilitarian. It's not considered useful.
You mean the daydreaming?
The daydreaming, when in fact that it is useful. And it should be, space should be allowed for it. But we are consumers. And if you consume and consume and consume external information, you do not allow for the space to process in a less deliberate way, right? If you imagine information as particles and they're in a constant whirling motion, if there is no time for it to settle, you're not going to have any clarity. It's just like running through a muddy lake that's constantly churning.
Right. And
you never have clarity because you're in this perpetual state of stirring it. And consuming information, and there's no place to draw you can't draw relationships, and that's those collisions of two perhaps disparate or related pieces colliding, I think, is where you find ideas, is that moment of collision. Well, I think what happens to us is there is a displacement and inability to access memory, to access an understanding of things. So here, did I dream about this person? Did I meet them in another place? Where does it exist? Where do these things reside? And so it's so muddled that there's no understanding of where things reside, right? And I don't think that you necessarily...
Or where oneself resides.
Or where oneself
in connection to that, actually.
Yes. Yeah. It's deliberate disorientation to the point of you are unable to navigate. And so people don't make decisions. They're in effect pushed around by all that's external.
And they're the perfect consumer as a
perfect
consequence.
consumer, yeah, and as opposed to being deliberate and saying, okay, I recognize that when I go into a Walmart, what's happening to me. I recognize when I open up a trashy magazine that it is in fact you paying for one big advertisement.
Right.
Period.